What is up, everyone? It's your boy Toy the Poser. Um, and this is my second post, but first video. So, of the year. So, yeah, we're gonna start off with a little introduction to myself and tell you what's going on. I'm gonna try to keep this camera as steady as possible because I don't have it on a tripod or anything at the moment. So, and just explain what I got going on here. All right. As you know, or you don't know, because this is the first video of me explaining everything. I thought I'd take up a little action figure photography. You know, as an amateur, I'm just doing this for fun and for a little hobby. Um, this is not my first attempt at it. This is like the third. I do have an Instagram page where I post most of the stills, but I was gonna do a YouTube channel to, I guess, explain a little bit more of my concept of how I do things or something like this. So this is pretty much me, the introduction to me, to show what I got going on here. This is my setup. By the way, I am not a professional at all. Like I said, I'm just doing it for fun and for a little pastime hobby. So that's my little setup I got going on. These are, future things in the works. And as you can see, I just got, those little high school science project board. Excuse me. I'm going to try to keep this in focus. Yeah, I just got that as a pretty much a black background drop. I got other little, that's the night sky. Try this. That's a sky. That's a brick wall. And that just, like little posters of paper cutouts or something where you can get from like Michael's art store or something. Like I say, until I start finding enough time to start building and making dioramas or something like this, I use things like, you know, photos and prints to, like, and this actual one right now is actually set up on the Instagram page. I will leave a link to it and in the description, but it is the underscore legend underscore poser. So at the legend poser with underscores in between. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. Please subscribe there and subscribe here. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. So, and today I was gonna doing the the old Toy Biz Captain America from when Marvel Toy Biz started doing the Marvel Legends series, and this was the series one cap. And the only reason like I said, he's not the first figure I've done so far. As if you go to the Instagram page, you'll see. But I wanted to start like a little order, you know, because I've been, just to show that I've been collecting action figures since those days. Pretty much longer since I was a kid, but as a hobby and a collector, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. Like, I got a giant tub of toys and action figures and something, even on the side here. So those are going to be future projects, but yeah. So, and just to, all right, this is the props, man. I mean, I'm a I won't bore y'all with my rants about action figures and collecting over the years, maybe throughout videos or something like this. But back in these days, when this series of came out, or toys came out, we got so much for so little. All right, Like back in those days, action figures cost like between $7 and $10, and this is from another figure. I just wanted to use that fire effect. This came from another action figure, but it was a extra, so I'll use it as basic fodder or whatever, or prop. But this guy, yeah, as I'm talking about, everything, as I break it down for you, like this Captain America here, the figure came with, the action figure, the prop. Oops, sorry. And one day I might do like a little toy review during these days, but right now, yeah. So let's go here. You have the figure, the like little accessory, which is the shield, something like that, and it came with a little backdrop diorama piece. Sometimes, in most cases, all right. And it also came with like a little comic book. Usually it was just like a reprint of an old comic or something like that. But yeah, these I mean these guys were awesome. And like I said, I'm not going to give you a great breakdown review of it because one, I'm holding the camera and I'm just not on a tripod. But I'm pretty sure there are plenty of reviews on them if you want to check them out. But back in the day, and this was like the early 2000s, like, wait a minute, it's probably a date on this guy. Nope. Yeah, see? The early 2000s, there goes my light to my camera. Um, but let me see something for a second. Hold on. Okay, I'm back here. I tried to just plug back in the camera and see if the light would come back on, but it's cool. Let's just do this. But anyway, as you saw, if you can see, well, but this was pretty much made and manufactured in like 2002. So, which means that we probably got it like in 2006 ish when it hit the shelves of toy stores and, you know. Anyway, but yeah. So, that, as I was saying, as I keep saying back in the day, don't, sorry about that, but this was this was pretty cutting edge, technology and having action figures with this much articulation and sculpt and paint and stuff. So yeah. So like I said, I put that to the side, and as I said before, he came with this little base, and I'm not 100% if that's supposed to be just like the top of a tank. Now I will say this about these bases. All right, sometimes they're cool and they look really good. You'll see. Of course, I'll come across some later on in life. I mean, throughout this, but and sometimes they can be really confusing. Like it makes no sense. Like so I mean, as I say, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But and so when it comes to like toy photography, well, with me myself personally, it's a perspective thing. So hopefully, until I start being able to start posting on here, go to the Instagram page and just see how well I do with you know incorporating these props and bases and stuff like that into it. But yeah, as you saw before, yeah. So like I said, I'm like, if that's supposed to be the top of a tank or something like that, as I don't know, I'm just saying because the way it looks shaped. this guy is way too big for that. Okay. And like I say, if that's supposed to be like a window, although, you can fudge that, but that is not a window you can escape from or something like that. But like I say, as you can see, I mean, so, and had, I think it's, like I said, it was just more because it had little pegs for the feet to from the stand on and things like that. So it was more of a stand, you know, for the action figure than it was a you know a backdrop or diorama piece or whatever. But like I said, I mean, when if you can make it work, like hopefully I did a good job of. Um, yeah, it's they are great and they come in handy, very much, you know. So, and as I said before, um, yeah, the sand um print that I have, like I said, just it's a little print that I got from an art supply store. I believe it was Michael's. I'm not 100% sure. There are plenty of art supply stores out there, but and I frequent most of them. But since Michael's my favorite, I go to that one. And of course, there's Dick Blick and Binders and all those other guys. so so yeah, I don't know exactly where I get these from, but they're not hard to find. Um, Along with the brick backdrop here. And the thing with the brick backdrop is that now this is pretty much meant for doll houses, and it's really in a these guys are in a what we call a 1/12 scale, so it's like 6-inch figures, and doll houses are usually in a I think it's like a 1/6 scale, so it's like 10 inches and higher. I mean, if I'm like, so just think like a Barbie doll or something. And that's what the brick pattern is really for. So if I use these and I put it too close, then sometimes I feel like that the brick just looks ridiculously big. Depending on how you do it, like I said, but if it's farther away or something, then it does a pretty good job of blending in. So I've seen a couple of action figure photographers use this, you know, do a pretty good job of using this and incorporating it in certain dioramas and stuff. So the way they did it, I mean, you really wouldn't notice if you wasn't really a stickler like I am about it. Now, but this in general, this is just a calendar. And as you can see, all right, and those old school calendars, well, that really nobody needs anymore. I don't know. I guess they're still good enough because I got this one from Walmart. And as you can see, they make pretty good backdrops sometimes. All right, the photo work in them can be pretty good. I have two now. Now the only thing I say about these is that they're not really supposed to be for. Well, let's say this: the scenery and the scenes that they pick. They're not much on, much you can do with it when it comes to action. Okay, but if you got a creative imagination and things like that, then you can make these work. I did it a couple of times. Like I said, they are perfect. My only gripe with these is that, like the camera's showing now, you got that much. So the way I take the photography, sometimes I do straight to Instagram shoot, and they have like Instagram has like a little frame working. So to put the figure in it and to keep all this inside, you pretty much have to get really close to it so you can cut out those edges, the edges of it. All right. So unless, like I say, I just take the picture and just crop it out. But yeah, and then on top of that, you just got to find a clever way to, make that work for you. So it's all about perspective, which, as me, there are guys on there that are really great when it comes to perspective. All right, but myself personally, I'm working on it. I think I'm starting to figure it out, but man, and then on top of that, just a little tip that I've learned so far. As you can see how these things reflect when the light hits or something like that, because they're a flat surface or something. So you got to be mindful of those things, stuff like that. And then on top of that, if the light hits it a certain way or something, of course, because it's a flat surface, it casts a shadow, as you can see. Yeah. So when you put your light up, so yeah, they're great, but they're kind of tricky if you don't know. But hey, I just want to say that. Just want to introduce myself. I am Toy the Poser, the little avatar. You want to see something? My little avatar is this guy, which is not a Marvel Legends action figure. He is. Let me see if I can get him to stand up, because he does a pretty good job. Hey, look at you. All right. There we go. He is a. He's actually a figurine that's pretty much meant for drawing. So this is it. SH Figuarts. 100. I do have the female version of them too. Oh, I thought I had the box near me. Sorry guys, but yeah, this is, and this guy is called if you interested, the SH Figuarts. I think he's called the Wireframe Body Chan. Whatever the male version of that is, Body Chan or Body Chan, or one's a Chan and one's a Chan. I don't know. I'm sorry. Forgive me on that. And if anybody sees this in the comments, please correct me. But yeah, and I use him basically as my avatar because this thing poses phenomenal. I love the way it poses. I love the range of motion and how it poses. I would give you another demonstration, but like I said, I'm holding the camera with one hand and doing this. So I use him as my avatar. So basically, he is me, and we are known as Toy the Poser, because he poses well. So that's his name. I was going to call him Faceless Jones, but that was an inside joke between me and my brother, so I'm pretty sure nobody else would have got it. But anyway, yes. Yeah, so if I ever get to a point where I start animating or having him, talk or something like that, that's who it is. My man Toy, the Poser, because he poses well. And I'm up. Okay, that's it. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Please subscribe. Please share. There goes that. I'm cleaning up my mess now, and I will see you guys in the near future with another video, and hopefully, like I said, another. So, follow me on Instagram. Like and like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And there will be more to come. All right. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best to do at least once a month. But if I get to, because I get pretty busy, but if I get to a point where I can do them more a week or something like that, yeah, that's just why, I guess you should, when you subscribe, hit the notification bell when I post something. So, but yeah, you can most definitely expect something once a month at least. All right. So, thanks for everything, guys. I haven't made us sign out in exit or intro whatever. So I'm just gonna say later, y'all. Take care.